What's going on, guys? Out here getting in my last minute Sunday maintenance, trying to prepare myself for my Monday, even though the season's not over. Gotta finish strong, man. I don't know how you guys are doing out there, but it's been a long year, different type of year. I've been staying busy. Hope you guys been staying busy as well. I just did my blades changed the oil on my zero turn. I changed the oil on my Toro the other day when I had to do a belt change. I had one of my belts since I purchased it, which was like a year or two ago. One of the belts at the bottom kind of burnt out, got caught up. So I had to go to the dealer, grab a belt, change that out yesterday because the lawns are pretty saturated. And I have, of course, backup mowers, a 22-inch commercial mower, and a few Husqvarna 21 inches. But it's a big difference when you're using 30 inches versus 21 inches. So I went ahead and performed the maintenance on that and got that back up and running so I can get caught up on my wet back lawns that require me to push mow, the ones that I couldn't make it in with the zero turn due to it being too saturated. So trying to keep up on schedule. But also I finally ran out of my blades and I had to pull out the old golden edge. This blade right here seemed like it's gonna last a lifetime. I got two of them. Well, I actually gave one to a buddy because I wanted him to try it out. But this golden edge, I still got it on hand just in case I run out of blades, which I did the other day. I went and purchased some blades. Back to what I was saying. I went and purchased some edger blades. Smart me, not doing my homework. I thought like everyone who provides service for like steel equipment and things like that, usually just like a lawn care place. But it was Ace Hardware where I had actually went, because sometimes I go there and grab a few parts just because it's one that's like literally 5 minutes away from the house. And I purchased some blades from there. I think it was last year. Last year, and it was I think a 50 pack of black coated blades, and it was Oregon black coated blades or copperhead, whichever one. But it cost me like $130 some dollars. And one of my buddies, he's like, you paid what? I was like, yeah. He's like, man, you way overpaid. I was like, well, you don't know what you don't know. I said, I know better next time. So he said, make sure you get it from actually the mower dealer who actually, like certified X-Smart dealer or whoever. I'm talking about edger blades, not actual blades for the mower. And I probably could have even paid cheaper if I would have purchased them off online, but me being me, you don't know what you don't know, and I wanted to make sure I placed a bulk order, and I figured I was saving, but I believe I got charged, of course, the full price for each blade, and that's why it cost so much. But however, these blades here, I decided to go to one of the actual mower dealers, and these right here cost me $43. These are uncoated blades, just something to get me by, instead of actually black coated. But I feel like it doesn't matter significantly which blade you choose when it comes to these type of blades, just because it's metal, and when you're grinding against cement, it's gonna wear, whether it's coated or not. I feel like I get about 7 properties, 8 properties, probably 10 properties, no telling, depending on how severe the edges are overgrown. But being that majority of my customers are now weekly, I don't even find myself using my edger blades as much unless someone is with me. I let them use a dedicated edger, and on my commercial properties I use the edger. So I'm not using my edger as much as I typically do because I use my string trimmer just to save time from going back to the truck. I use my string trimmer to edge because being that the edge has been already done at the beginning of the season, typically I can maintain it with my my string trimmer, and it's just efficient for me as far as when I'm on a property. My wife, she was hanging out with me the other day when I was mowing the properties, playing catch up on one of these wet days. She was just kind of overseeing me, and she noticed I got done with one of the properties in like I think 13 minutes. She said she actually timed me. She said it's like, wow, you spent 13 minutes, and that was mowing, edging, trimming, and blowing the property off. Tiny property, cookie cutter property, nothing like it wasn't over a quarter acre. It was pretty small, but I was in and out. Literally pulled the mower off, and it was I pulled the mower off, zero turned the front yard, push mowed the backyard, I actually used the edger on that property, and then I used a string trimmer and used the blower. But it was pretty smooth. Mow time on that property was less than 5 minutes. It's pretty small property, especially like with the passes. Doing 52-inch passes, you'll cover a small property in no time. So, yep. Anywho, back to what I was saying. Getting derailed. $43 versus 100 and I think 30 some bucks I spent, man. That's lesson learned. So I'll be definitely making sure I place in my bulk orders at the beginning of the season to get better blades. I'm gonna keep the uncoated ones that I currently have right now. This is just a placement holder to have some blades on hand. But I'm gonna be purchasing, of course, some more black coated blades. And I tried out the Gator blade. I think that's on my, yeah, it's on there right now. Right here. Check that out. It's an edger blade. Got the teeth on it just like a zero turn Gator blade. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's dark right now. I'm inside my enclosed trailer. Let's see if I can get it off. Stuff in the way. Just a second. There we go. Yeah, so check this out. This is the Gator blade. I used it the other day because I was curious. I hadn't seen it before. It was actually inside the dealer as well. So let me get one of those and try it out. I used it on about, I think, 3 properties so far. But this is the size of a normal blade. And as you see, I've taken a little bit off on this new blade already from this end right here. About maybe a 1/4 inch, 1/2 inch. Yeah, about a 1/4 inch of wear on 3 properties. That's not bad. The difference that I did notice with this blade was it has this, if you look at it straight on, you guys see how that groove is on there? Like it's kind of, it comes out. It's a little bit this way, a little bit that way, versus the actual standard blades are pretty much completely flat. So with this blade being like this, I felt like I got a more efficient edge. Meaning, I don't know if you guys know when you're edging sometimes and you'll go back and look at it, you know you use the edger blade, but it seemed like it's just not as defined as you wanted it to be. I felt like I got the first time edge like I want to, even out of those properties that don't even look like they have grass in those areas, like it's slightly more dirt in that area. Well, this kind of helped define it. And I feel like this right here is a close resemblance to what I would love to expect from the Golden Edge. I do feel like the Golden Edge is just a little bit too in depth, and it's for those overkill properties. So I don't use it typically, just because I don't want to widen the edges that far on my customer's property. But put that back. Also, I'm going to continue using it on regular maintenance properties. On the flip side, got my Toro up and going. See my little Husky barn I put in here, but it's dark and I'm about to clean out this area right here. I got a tarp here. I'm not doing any landscaping tomorrow, so not really necessary to have a tarp in here. It's part of the trailer is irritating to me until I get it organized to the point where I got like a shelf or something. But lately I've been too busy to, well, I'm not gonna say I've been too busy. I haven't made time to do what I need to do to get this thing organized like I want. I've been waiting on a rack to come in from I ordered a Green Touch rack, and he told me he couldn't guarantee when it was gonna come in, but he'll keep me posted. But it's I believe it's a 4-position or 5-position I was trying to find, but I believe it's a 4-position trimmer. I'm gonna be changing up my color in here soon as well. As of right now, this is my first year color. Well, my second year color. I wanted to put some color in here, so I painted the walls gray. Went with the green trim, and on this side I kind of just split up the green, just kind of touch it up. But I'll be changing this up. This right here is a little bit of an experiment I was trying out to see if I can have something besides actual metal Green Touch rack. Instead, I was trying to improvise and see if I can do some type of woodwork to make it hold on to the walls, because those racks, they cost $200-300, and I was trying to hold out. But I find it definitely a necessity to go ahead and put the right stuff in place, save me time, save me damaging on my equipment, because using these racks right here, these are starters. You know what I'm saying? You get these from Lowe's, Home Depot, and they're pretty much meant for garages for hanging bikes and things like that. And it costs a few bucks, $6-7, I believe. And it works for starter. You know, you're just trying to get things on point. It serves a purpose. It's like I really don't need to swap it out. It's not a dire need. It's not costing me money per se, as I've noticed. But sometimes when my equipment isn't here, I might come in here and it may be turned. Like you see how the engine is flat. You know, from time to time it'll be turned like this. I don't think that's the greatest thing for it, just because the gas may flow to the carburetors, flood the carburetor, and then when I go to fire it up, it's flooded or something. I've had that issue a few times. It's probably once or twice throughout the week that happens. It turns from time to time depending on where I station it at on these racks. I typically like to keep my edger at the top, but I'm kind of going against what I do right now, and I've been putting it in the middle. My go-to trimmer is, of course, my 94R, which is at the bottom, and this right here is my 110RX. That's my power trimmer when needed. My edger is actually the combi system. I recently purchased this within the last few months to actually accept on some larger projects. I have a few customers that had clients that I have that has larger hedges, and I could reach it with the ladder, get a ladder and use my, I got an articulating piece that go onto my combi system. I was using this, my HS56, for my smaller hedges, to just get it a nice defined trim. But I actually have a, what is it? I forget, I think it's a 96, it's a fixed hedge trimmer. I took that one out of the trailer for the moment, just because I wanted to make sure I have space for the 2 trimmers and 1 edger. I got backup edgers, backup trimmers, and things like that, but I don't try to carry all that with me because it's not needed from day to day. But on the flip side, I'm going to be looking to put my edger at the top, 2 trimmers in the middle, and my extended hedge trimmer at the bottom. I'm trying to find an area over here that I'm going to store my, I might store my combi attachments going straight up and down at the very end. I got the pole pruner. I also have a few extensions. I have a few extensions as far as the extension attachments. I got the carbon fiber one that's much less weight. I also have the metal one. Those things add up. The carbon one costs about $130 from steel, and also the metal one costs about $75. And I got 2 carbon, so it adds up. It's almost $400 just on extensions to the trimmer. But what that does is saves me my back from trying to do all this reaching over, or on a ladder and things like that. I'll be able to hit all the hedges from ground level, and I attach my articulating. This thing here is gold. It's my articulating attachment that I put on my combi system, and this helps me trim trees as well. I trimmed up a oak tree that was a bit wildly growing and put a shape to it. So all those things are necessary, but I did not get it until I actually needed it. My fixed hedge trimmer was doing just fine, but to get those larger projects, larger margins, larger, high-end projects, I needed something that was going to complete the job. And that's when I went and purchased the articulating piece. Which, that articulating piece itself, it cost around $250. Pretty costly. Another thing that I've been looking to purchase, because I'm looking to lean way more towards landscaping. It's hard to find people to keep up with the labor of lawn maintenance per se. It's just that time of the year. It's a tough industry. You get people that last a few months, you get some that last a full season, but it's a U.S. thing right now. Everybody is having a problem with keeping employees in the lawn care landscape industry. So I'm going to focus more so on landscape projects to actually put employees on when I do find someone that's willing to work like that. It will come. I'm gonna keep hope. You say power's in the mouth, the tongue. I truly believe that. So if I keep thinking I'm not gonna find someone, I won't. So I'm gonna say I can't wait to find someone that can work for me. They can't wait. They can't wait to work for this great company. And anybody who's having an issue with finding employees, which I'm pretty sure that's thousands of people out there, thousands of contractors, start thinking positive, have positive expectations on when you find them, and ask yourself a few questions to, make sure you're preparing yourself to handle someone. Like ask yourself like questions like I had to ask myself, would I work for me? That's a tough question. Everybody would say, oh yeah, I work for me. Just think of the conditions of what you put other people in, far as, the hours they're working, the time of the day they're working, the type of work they're doing versus you doing. Like there's some people that, they pick people specifically to just trim. Anyone who works with me, I cross train them because I don't want them limited to what they can perform on my jobs or properties. I need them to be able to not delay and go ahead and be proactive on getting done with the property, because that's kind of the goal. So I cross train everyone to do what they need to do to, excel. And of course with that, bonus them with, raises and things like that. But it's still a tough thing just finding people who's have a desire to want to do outdoor work. But I wish luck to everyone who's out there searching. You'll find somebody. Just keep your head high and make sure you don't stop looking, because just like marketing for your business, getting new customers, getting new projects, getting new leads, you probably should be marketing for your employees as well. Why not? I'm pretty sure you'll be able to find some candidates. Everybody's not gonna last, but hopefully you find those few that'll stick along. But anywho, back to what I was doing. I'm about to get this stuff cleaned up because the wife will be home shortly, and I gotta have all my outdoor stuff gone because I gotta focus on family and waking up at 4 a.m. tomorrow morning and getting my day started. So you guys keep grinding, keep getting it, and I'll see you in the next one. Just wanted to chat with you.